Good morning. I figure I'd get this one done before we head off to go to groceries. Today's the 16th, it's day 89, and I am looking at tomorrow being day 90. A little bit hungover this morning. We went out with friends, had barbecue at some friends, and then some beers, and then some cake. I came home and didn't drink enough water, went to bed, woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, all puckered up and dry. So I'll be pounding water today as a result. But I was just thinking how nice it was that when I first moved here, it took me a long time to make good friends or meet people that I could be friends with. And it's a fair price to pay to be hungover from meat and beer and cake, to be able to hang out with people that care about you, that you care about, and particularly in person. It's nice, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep today pretty short because I don't really have too much more to talk about other than what I was talking about yesterday. I want to kind of save things up for tomorrow to do a decent sized one to talk about reflections and maybe do some writing beforehand so I have a structure. I guess I had some funny dreams last night. I had a dream that the world was ending. When I say the world was ending, I mean the government basically said to everybody in the country, you're all on your own, the food supply is going to stop soon, and the utilities will be turned off soon, because we can't afford to keep them going and there's not enough arable land or whatever. And in my head all I could think of was, I gotta get home, I gotta get home, I gotta get home. And I wasn't thinking home New Zealand, I was thinking home Ohio. And I'm not a huge fan of Ohio. I won't go out and say this is a state you should move to, but this is kind of where I consider myself to be from now. I mean, of course I'll always originally be from New Zealand, but when I was thinking home, I was talking to my wife in the dream. I was like, we need to get home. Got to find a car or something to get back. 'Cause we're in, it's like Seattle in the dream, or Portland or something. Anyway, it was random. But what's been nice about that is to have these crazy dreams and be able to wake up and remember them and think on them. And that was the thought that occurred to me. Was, yeah, I was thinking like we got to go back out east and get back to where we're from. Yeah, I really don't have that much to talk about this morning, so I guess I'll keep this real short. Yesterday, saw people smoking up again and didn't really feel like I was missing out on anything. Felt good to just kind of watch them and feel like it was something that I wasn't attracted to. And one of my friends has actually cut back his use, I think, as a result of I mean, I think he's cut back his use out of a personal decision for himself. But I would like to think that I've had an effect on that, and I think him not using it as much has actually made him more self-aware, which is good for him. Self-awareness is important, but not self-aware in a derogatory way where you're beating yourself up. I think he's becoming more self-aware in a productive way. He's starting to think like he's looking at where he's at, and not, rather than beating himself up about it, he beats himself up about it for a little bit, and then he starts to think like, okay, what's the next step? Like, what do I do to get out of this? And that's sort of the first baby steps towards figuring out how to navigate the landmine of being depressed or having bad days or not feeling great about yourself. Your self-esteem takes a hit, and it's good to see that. I won't lie, I'm definitely excited about going to pick up the PlayStation. I've been purposefully avoiding any news or any game guides, or when I was still watching streamers, I was avoiding any of that for Ghost of Tsushima because I wanted to play it myself. And it looks like I'll be able to pick that up here pretty soon and start having a go with it. So that'll be nice. But more than that, I'm looking forward to LA Noire and date night gaming with the girl again, because like I said, we both found that quite enjoyable. And she's not a gamer. She's not one of those girls that likes to game. And she's never really been into video games before, but there have been a few games in the past that she likes to watch or get involved in, and this was one of those ones where, like, you know, when you're trying to solve a crime, she can be helpful. Hey, did you check that? Well, I think they're lying. I think they're lying, or I think they're telling the truth, and we, you know, I let her have her input, and she's not always right. Sometimes she's way off base, but that's what makes it fun. You know, is failing or not getting it right every time, and it being something we can laugh about together, which is neat. So yeah. Anyway, till tomorrow, till 90 days. Enjoy your Sundays. Ka kite.